it's very easy right now for us to be clear that we're facing a health crisis and we know what to be scared of or stressed about or feeling anxiety about. But, you know, we've talked about this, the financial crisis is actually directly affecting more people, probably 1,000 times as many people, right? The number of sick people in Canada doesn't even compare to the number of people who have applied for income replacement and EI and deferrals on their mortgage. Like, that's in the millions, and there's several thousand people who are currently dealing with COVID-19. Nobody's talking about, what do? I can't just put on a mask or wash my hands to deal with the fear, the anxiety about all this sort of stuff, right?
So let's start by differentiating anxiety from stress, because often these words are interchangeable, or people use them interchangeably rather, but they're very different. Do you guys know the difference between stress and anxiety?
I don't think I formally know the difference. I might have my own opinions, but let's hear, what are the formal definitions?
Essentially, stress is driven by external circumstances that contribute to an increased level of fear or fight or flight type of responses, and anxiety are internal. So the stress is often stimulated by something that external stimuli, like the COVID-19, is creating stress, because it's something that's happening around us in the world and we're responding to it. But anxiety is happening internally from our perceived fear of what may happen in the future.
But what I just stopped to think about in this moment is like, my goodness, okay, we're in a global health pandemic right now, but as we talked about in previous calls, that has created a potentially even larger financial crisis. First of all, they don't understand that not being able to provide for their family right now is going to cause them so much stress, because there is outside factors that are affecting them, and anxiety as they try to deal with the emotions around that, what's going to happen in the future. Like right now, we are so embroiled in a financial stress and anxiety place. And most people, like you're saying, don't have the language, don't have the awareness. Nobody's ever talked to them about any of this sort of stuff.
Our viewers probably are just as interested as I am to know, is there any anxiety management skills?
You know, there's few therapies that specialize in anxiety disorder. Gestalt is a great one. CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, is another. But it's kind of similar-ish to meditation, but with a focus on the body, and you actually walk through your body from like the head all the way to the toe and then back, and you literally scan every single like inch of your body with an intense awareness of what's happening in that area. The future self exercise is similar to like visualizing in a way, but you're actually putting things in perspective of what your ideal future self looks like. What is your future self doing? What are they? What's your ideal day like? How do you spend, like, what's your family situation? What's your health situation? What's your financial situation, etc.?
I've had this quote for like more than 30 years, and it still helps to this day. And the quote was, I have worried about a great many things in my life, a tiny few of which have actually come to pass.